this will be a guide to Beasts of Bermuda. This won't be a proper guide thing, but it'll basically be me playing the game as if I was a new player and giving tips and basically telling how the game works along the way. So, firstly, what is Beasts of Bermuda? Beasts of Bermuda is a multiplayer survival game where the goal is to survive and to grow and to have fun, I suppose. So, the most important thing that I do when I first load into Beasts of Bermuda is work on your settings. So what I like doing is 70 to 100 resolution scale, but obviously my PC isn't that amazing. A thing that I like to focus on is having 60 FPS. If I don't have 60 FPS, then something needs to change. So I put everything on low except texture quality, so the game looks somewhat decent, but not like an absolute Roblox game. Obviously, if your PC is great, then up your settings, because Beast Mode is honestly a really beautiful game if you do it correctly. And then audio settings, I put my global volume really low because it is quite a loud game for me, not sure why. Controls, honestly, don't even worry about controls, you'll get there eventually. For gameplay settings, I recommend these. This is what I use. You can go through that, pause the video and put that in. I'll explain why I have it like this and these things as well. Pretty nice. Alright, so apply. In Beast Bermuda, there's official servers and community servers. This will completely change how the game is played. For example, Pandemonium Chill is an auto revive on free roam, which is basically very, very slow growth up until 1.2. Well, past 1.2 actually. So anything past that is very low growth, which will take a lot of your time, and it's auto revive. Aurora Isles is the same. Most of these are all auto revive except Deep Abyss Titania, which is life cycle. Life cycle is basically a survival. Life cycle has Gauntlet, which you reach at 1.32, and then as you continue growing past that, your food drain will increase and your stats will increase. But on free roam, you'll just grow infinitely, which obviously takes longer as you go, but yeah. The game is based around official balance, but unfortunately the population is quite low at the moment, so we'll just get into that. I'd also like to note that there's basically a server for everyone's needs, kind of, and community servers are not represented by the game's balance at all. So be careful playing on a server, because this is not what Beast Bermuda is about, but obviously you can play it if you want. So we're gonna load into official to East US. It's the most popular official server. Don't ask me why, I don't actually know. I'd also highly recommend joining the official Beast Bermuda Discord, which has the developers, the admins, the lead QAs, and stuff like that. It's got really nice information that you can see, even pings about official servers, like announcements and downtime and stuff like that. So I'm gonna put a link in the description of this video for you to join. So in Beast Bermudas, there's 4 classes. There is busy loading, herbivores, flyers, marine, and carnivores. Basically, you can pick whatever you want to play. There are some dinosaurs that are harder to play than others. Like, marine animals are much harder to play than herbivores, in my opinion. It's a lot more to learn. For flyers as well, you could play a flyer pretty easily as a new player, but I'd recommend starting as a herbivore or a carnivore. I'm going to be choosing the most, I reckon, friendly player dinosaur ever, because there's not much to the dinosaur. It's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's just a stat monster, and left click to win, easy. So there's a lot of things going on at once on the screen, so don't be overwhelmed. This little thing here just changes the lighting so you can edit your skin. Right here you can reset your camera, not really much to that. Over here you can choose male or female, or random. So for females, nothing really changes. For some dinos though, like Parasaurolophus, there's dimorphism. I don't know how to say that, but look, you can see that the horn changes very slightly when you, you can preview growth, so you can see a big difference on the horn, which is really cool. I think there is dimorphism, I don't know how to say that, for other dinosaurs as well, but I honestly cannot remember. So anyway, we're going to be starting as a T-Rex. I'm going to pick a random gender. So at the top right, we have creature customization, and you can choose a pattern. I'm going to be choosing Fall Decay, which is a seasonal skin, which you can get at certain times of the year by growing to 2.0 growth, and then you will unlock the skin. It's really cool. So there's also a generate random skin, which I use a ton. I'm just gonna flip through them until I find a good one. Basically, I want something that's can sort of blend into most environments, so I can become a... this is pretty good. Let me change the eyes. Yeah, that is good. You can also... there's so many things to change for skins, which is... you don't even really need to worry about your skin at all, to be honest. You can change your voice pitch, see how cool you look when you're bigger. Okay. After I've completed my skin and I'm happy with it, we can press start. So there's not really much to this. Spawn location, I'm gonna pick south. Okay. Our main goal right now is to get full water and food. Press O to check your stats, basically. I'm a Tyrannosaurus Rex juvenile. I didn't say that right, but it's fine. You have the option of pausing growth if you really want to. There's no real point of doing that. Most people just ignore that feature, so you can ignore that. And yeah, so right now you can press Q to sniff. A compass will pop up, which basically shows shrines, water sources, and world events that pop up. If you also sniff, you can see things that light up. That means you can eat them. So we're going to eat this flower. You can see at the left there it says comfort +1, so that improves your comfort. Eating flowers will improve your comfort, which will in turn make you grow faster, because the more food and water and comfort you have, the faster you grow. So we can see our comfort is 50 out of 100, and our comfort bar is that bottom right little dinosaur there. It goes in order of, let me see, so red, orange, yellow, green, blue, basically. Light blue and then blue. So like red comfort, bad. Yellow comfort, kinda bad. Green comfort, good. Light blue comfort, pretty good. Dark blue is the best you can get. There's technically a pink comfort, but you can only get that if you're hacking or something, so blue is basically the best we're gonna get. So my goal right now is to get water. You can find that by sniffing the compass by pressing... wait, hold on, let me reset my controls so I can properly say what the controls actually are. Oh wait, why is my W key not working? Hold on. Move forwards, none... okay, I don't know what's up to that. Maybe I should... okay, there. Okay, so it is not Q, it is not R. Okay, it is C to snuff. The first thing that I'm going to change is put that on Q, because I prefer Q. So that would be smell, putting that on Q. Alright. Wait, I forgot to save. I'm an idiot. Hold on. Okay. Yes. Okay, for some reason my creature ability is not actually working, so I'm gonna put that at... no. Okay, thumb, mouse button, something, I don't know. Primary attack, left click, obviously. Cool, that should be good. So... Tyrannosaurus Rex has the ability, you can see the top left, something is charging up. If you stay crouched for a few seconds and then use your ability key, then you basically have an ambush charge, which is a lot of increased speed at the cost of ability power and a bit of turning rate, so you can just use that in situations where you're sneaking up on someone. There's a few bugs in Beast Bermuda. I say a few, it's actually quite a lot, but you have to remember this game is in early access and they are developing things and fixing bugs all the time. So be patient with them, because it is really a fun game once you get into it. So right now, I'm just walking towards this water source that I could find by holding my send key and looking at the compass. Right, we have arrived at the water source. You can drink by holding F. Oh, it is actually F. Wow, I remembered. So you can see that water satiation and my water is going up. Water satiation is the sort of bright blue that's in front of the original blue. Water satiation basically just increases your growth by a little bit. But if you stay by a water source for too long, then the water source will no longer give water satiation. So it's better to move around constantly to get increased growth. I'm not sure if it's increased growth, but I'm like 70% sure it is. So we have full water now. Now I just need to get food. So there's two ways you can fill your food as a carnivore. That is either hunting a player or hunting AI. You can see red things highlight when I hold Q. Those are actually AI frogs. So we can run up to one and eat it. So I used right click because it's a down bite instead of left click, which is a front bite. So I used right click to actually bite underneath my face instead of just forward. So again, you just hold your user key, which for me is F, and then you can eat. You eat by facing your face in front of the thing, so like that. There is also a screenshot mode where you press by pressing P, and then your dinosaur will not move around with your camera. So you can take screenshots or, I don't know, roleplay or something. So, after my food and water satiation had been filled, sorry, not my food satiation, just my water. So after that has been filled, I could focus on getting my comfort up. So I'm going to go around eating flowers. So these purple flowers, one that I just ate, instead of providing bias to improve my comfort, it actually heals me a little bit. So if I was on, let's say, 100 HP less, that it could have given me like 50 or 70 health. It depends, it's a percentage based thing. So I can't remember the exact note, but it's like 5% maybe of my health, which is really helpful. I don't really like that it gives health. I think it should maybe improve your healing very slightly, because imagine you're running up to a Rex, you bite it 100 times, then it just eats a flower, and they're like, alright, I'm back in the fight. Kinda silly, but it is what it is. Practically the most important thing in Beast of Bermuda is the talent tree. For me, I was very overwhelmed by the talent tree. It was a lot to take in at once, and I know for new players it is very intimidating, but it's honestly really simple. You have basically 3 trees: the speed tree, which increases speed and movement abilities, the survival tree, which increases basically your health and your well-being as a dinosaur, and then your combat tree, which will increase your combat capabilities, pretty much. So for me, I definitely want the speed tree so I can move around faster. There's so many different builds you can take, but for me, I'm gonna take sure-footed to swiftness. Sure-footed to swiftness, this is basically a land build where I can run up hills faster, run down hills faster, have more endurance, I turn faster, and I am speedier, basically. So I'm gonna do all this. That's not the best build, I'd say, but for the sake of this video, I might as well just do that. Perhaps I'll make another video doing Aqua, but it is harder, considerably, to learn, because you have to do strafing and all that to actually make it good, but we won't do that yet. So I'm gonna put 2 points in that, down to the swiftness, And by the way, you can put maximum of 3 per talent, so I've only put 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. For this build, I'm going to also put one from Adrenaline, Stoic, Persistence, Brawler, and Bruiser. Since we've lost Drank, my water satiation has dropped a little bit, so I'm going to drink again from a new pond. This one is called Scavenger Pond. So in this area, we have stumbled across a shrine. This is a power shrine. Oh, I just got a few inherits. Inherits are basically talent points, but they're a bit weaker, so this is basically like having 1 out of 3 in these talents, but I don't actually waste my talent points. Anyway, this is a red... well, not... it is red, I have to admit, but it is a combat shrine. A mini shrine, to be exact. You are in the presence of a power DT shrine. That's what it's called, actually. These are trials. Trials determine... So, I'm gonna take a trinket. I can give this to a different shrine, and it'll give me some buffs. For example, if I had to give it to a speed shrine, which I'm going to do, it'll increase my growth, but it'll also cost me a little bit more food and water drain, which is basically worth it on any dinosaur. It just depends how big you are. If I had to give it to the survival shrine, then my eggs that I provide for other players will provide better inherits and greater mutation chances, which aren't important right now. If I had to give a trinket from another shrine to the combat shrine, you can't give the same shrine's trinket to itself. That would be, I don't know, weird, and it wouldn't work. So if I had to give a different shrine's trinket to the combat shrine, then my resurrection costs will be basically met, so I'll have an easier time reviving my dinosaur if I had to die. Pretty cool. So right now I'm approaching a speed deity shrine, which I can give this trinket to for the speed buffs. So I just press blessing, and you can read all that if you want, but just say yes, and the trinket will be gone, and you can press O and see blessed by the mobility deity. You've been blessed by the mobility deity. Swift as the wind, the speed deity has greatly sped up the rate at which you grow. This blessing, however, comes at a cost. You grow hungrier and thirstier as well, which is worth it. So right now we are encountering a portal. Portal brings a separate landmass or environment to another, so we can just walk right in here after grabbing the crystals. Crystals provide comfort, bias, and health, so they're really good. So you can just walk in, and it'll load for a second, and you're at a new place. Wow. Oh, that is another Tyrannosaurus. Let's go see if we will get eaten or if we will make a friend. So this is a good time to mention that there are 5 different calls for each dinosaur. We have 1, a broadcast. You can hold V and go into the emote wheel. We have 2, friendly, 3, aggressive, 4, submissive, and 5, distress call. So we're going to go up to them and do a friendly call and see what happens. Oh, they've done a friendly call in return. So you can hold V, press group invite, megabyte. And now they have joined our group, so we have a friend. You can use the emote wheel to type. Say hello, yes, yes, it's supposed to be no. Thank you, sorry, help me, attack, fall back, I need food, I need water. So we're going to say hello. You can also press enter and just type by... Okay, so you can use type /all, which will type into global chat, pack /pack, which will be talking to the people in your group, or /herd if you're a herbivore. And then you can also type /message, and for this person we're going to type megabyte and then hi. And then if someone messages you can also type reply megabyte, even though they haven't messaged us. And you can also press tab to switch through the tabs pretty easily, so that's a good thing. They are heading to the event. So there's a world event at Temple of the Sea, which is giving Death's Blessing and unlocked skin editing. World events are basically random events that spawn that give different buffs depending on what the world event is. For this event in particular, it is Death's Blessing, which means you will come back at your same growth without losing anything, and unlock skin editing, so you can edit your skin freely, which I actually need because I messed up my skin a little bit. So we're going to go to this event. It is starting in 15 minutes. As you grow older, you'll get more talent points, so you can put more points into your build. I'm going to put more points into my combat. They're asking what growth I am. I can check by pressing O and then seeing growth 0.796. 0.796. How big are you? Most players on officials are very friendly, except for a few sour people or individuals that like to ruin other people's times, but just ignore those people. Cool first growth ore. I actually know this player, but I'm currently random named. I use random name because I make videos, and honestly I don't even know why, but people like to harass me or do strange things and try to annoy me or provoke me and stuff like that. So there's a command that I type is use random name, which basically gives me an AI generated, okay, not AI generated, but a random generated name that's about a few letters and it has a vowel, so it's pretty useful. You can also use the ability that Tyrannosaurus Rex has just for moving around, which they did, I think, so I just copied them. You can see at the bottom and bottom left that we do 388 damage. We are reaching sub-adult, basically, so we are a pretty heavy hitter at the moment. Alright, we are going over to this world event. You can see by the big, like, pillar in the sky. And we're just gonna hope there's no Mosasaurus in the water that won't thrash us like the amazing dinosaur it is. Alright, we are going to swim across, which is usually pretty dangerous. Not only for other players, but there's dangerous fish AI that'll basically like little piranhas that will eat you alive. So we're going to swim across. Okay, so far so good. We haven't been killed yet. Okay, let's try and get back on this bridge. Alright. This is the basically world event radius. So we can see at the top left there is pending world event. Our friend Megabyte has provided us with a goal that is floating for some reason. Shouldn't do that. So we can eat it. So food from Melawanias and other players. Melawania is the AI fish. They give food satiation, which is basically just food along with extra food, basically. Okay, let us go fight them. Okay, one of them is sitting right now, so hopefully I can get the jump. He is unsuspecting. Oh, he is low. Oh, the other guy's getting away. Oh, I forgot to set my strafe keybind. While we're swimming right now, I'd like to mention a strafing thing. Swim strafe on is really good for having, so make sure to have that. Basically, by holding your strafe key, you can move backwards, sideways, and left in the water, which is really beneficial. I'd recommend it. Okay. I'm gonna run in for a bite. Uh-oh. We have defeated him. Hooray! Our first hunt together. That guy was pretty tiny, but we won. It's fine. Oh, there's a Lurdosaurus. What is he doing? I'm gonna attack him. Come here. Oh. Oh, we got him. He didn't really fight back, unfortunately. You can also pick up gauze, by the way, if you double click your eating button. Wow, look at us. So strong. I don't think this guy's going to be our friend. Going to be real. Let's two-call him and see what he does. If he two-calls back, then I won't kill him. Well, I'll try. Oh, he wants to duel, alright. Dueling is basically fighting each other, but without the expense of your dinosaur. So he's a lot bigger than me, so we're gonna try and win. They won with 8%, which isn't bad, to be honest. Let's invite them. Yay, we have a third buddy. Cool. Alright, it's like 12 AM for me, so I'm going to continue this video tomorrow morning. Oh, somewhere. Oh, wow. That is a large Cygenia. Wow. Yeah, herbivores and officials can get very large, which is quite funny. This guy seems to be pretending to be AFK. Wow. Wonder what skin that is. It's pretty cool. Wow. Oh, let's duel it. So there's really no way I can win this fight. It's a huge Psy versus a 1.0 Rex, but we can try our best. Alright, I don't know how that hit me. Close fight, to be honest. Oh, now I have a bunch of injury because of a bug, but that's alright. I just hope nothing pulls up and kills me. So here's a little tip. If you hover over someone's name and they have the invite to mate option, that means they are in render distance and probably approaching. So I still have max injury and I might be cooked. Because that means there is another Rex in the area. Which is not great news, but I have 50 injury, so what exactly can I do? Oh, what is that scent? Uh-oh. Please don't tell me that's, Oh! Who would have guessed? There's nothing I can do right now. I still have 40 injury, it's not like I can escape. I can two-call. Oh, okay. Oh well. I had a good run, I guess. Okay, so after death, you can see my 1.111 Tyrannosaurus We can now choose to reincarnate or resurrect. My trials were honestly not great, but I'm going to reincarnate anyway. Reincarnation is basically nesting with yourself. It's a system that can basically rival nesting. Well, it's supposed to. Doesn't really all the time, but sometimes it can really come through. So we're going to reincarnate. This will hopefully give us pretty good inheritance. Okay. He's just better, I guess. I think I'm actually gonna end this here. It was pretty fun. I don't think I'm gonna continue playing Rex because some people, but that's fine. It's just the game, I suppose. I hope this has maybe helped you start your Bermuda journey, and maybe it'll encourage you to pick up the game again, because I assume there's big paleo updates coming from what the devs have said in their Discord. So I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.